That bird in your garden was warning you. It warned you for years. You just weren't hearing it, or didn't want to. Last summer, something happened in your garden. Maybe the neighbor's cat climbed the fence. Maybe you heard a sound in the middle of the night. And at that moment, the birds in your garden already knew. Not just in that moment. Every day, every morning, every evening, the birds living in your garden see, hear, and tell you things you've never noticed. But you didn't know their language. Today, that's exactly what you're going to learn. And when you finish this video, when you look out the window while drinking your morning coffee, you will never look at those birds the same way again, because they're not just chirping. They are talking to you, and some of what they're saying directly concerns you. I recommend you stay until the end, because what I'll share in the fourth section reveals that a sound researchers spent decades believing was an alarm call actually carries a far more complex message. Think about this. You step out into your garden in the morning. Everything looks normal, but the birds suddenly start chirping wildly. The finches fly away. The garden goes quiet all at once. You probably don't pay attention in that moment. You say, that's just how birds are. But researchers have been saying for years, in that moment, the birds in your garden were telling you something. There is danger. Very close. Pay attention. Long-term studies from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology revealed that the alarm calls of small songbirds carry extremely specific information. Not just, there's danger, what the danger is, where it is, how large it is, even how urgent it is. Think of a chickadee giving you an alarm. That sharp, repeating sound. When scientists analyzed this sound, they were astonished. The number of D syllables within the call was directly proportional to the size of the threat. 2 Ds, minor threat. 5 Ds, major threat. 7 Ds, flee immediately. You didn't know this, but every other bird in your garden did. Now, I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed a bird stopping right in front of you, in a very strange moment, in a very strange place in your garden, looking directly at you, as if it were trying to tell you something, but you kept walking? That was not a coincidence. Researchers have documented that the black-capped chickadee, in particular, exhibits a very specific behavior when an unfamiliar threat enters the garden. The bird positions itself so it can see both the threat and a nearby trusted human at the same time, as if trying to alert both sides simultaneously. Researchers from Princeton University took this even further. Chickadee alarm calls are understood and used not only by other birds but also by squirrels, deer, and other mammals. These birds function like a universal warning system for the forest and the garden, and every morning you live inside that system. You just didn't know how to read it. Now I'm going to tell you something practical. Learning this language is much easier than you think. First, do this. Tomorrow morning, go out into your garden and just listen. Are the birds chirping normally? Those soft, rhythmic, conversational sounds. That is good news. Your garden is safe. Then watch to see whether those sounds change. Did a sharp, repeating cry suddenly start? Look somewhere for it. Look in the direction the birds are looking. Did silence suddenly fall? Stop. Look around. Check if something is there. Researchers say developing this skill takes an average of 2 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks. In return, you gain access to an early warning system that operates in your garden every single day. This system has been there for thousands of years. Your ancestors used it. Hunters used it. Forest peoples used it. And you can use it too. And you can do it without even leaving your garden. How many bird sounds did you hear this morning? How many did you actually listen to? Right now, in your garden, on those branches you can see from your window, on that fence beside that feeder, birds are talking. They're telling you about the weather. They're telling you where the neighbor's cat is. They're telling you about the stranger who entered your garden. They've been saying this for years. You just weren't hearing it. Now you know. And tomorrow morning, when you pick up your coffee and walk to the window, Those sounds will no longer be just background noise. Each one a sentence, each one a message, each one a kind of warning meant for you. Tell me in the comments, have you ever, in that exact moment when the bird suddenly went silent or started chirping wildly, noticed something? Tell me. I read everything. See you in the next one. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue on this path together.